I now call to make his maiden speech, Jonathan Gullis.
Up, Duck, is how I should start off, Madam Deputy Speaker, and I hope the Honourable Member for Stoke-on-Trent South will be happy with my pronunciation. May I start by saying what an honour and a privilege it is to make my maiden speech today and to represent the people of Stoke-on-Trent North, Kidsgrove and Tork. I could not be prouder to serve, and as I said to the Stoke Sentinel at 5:30 in the morning on election night, I will work my bum off to deliver the change that my constituents deserve. I would like to pay tribute to my predecessor, Ruth Smith. She will be remembered as a tireless campaigner for our armed forces, holiday hunger and fighting anti-Semitism. The abuse that she has suffered as a result of her Jewish heritage is a disgrace. I know she will continue in her work to combat anti-Semitism and in all other forms of racism, and she can count on me to stand shoulder to shoulder with her on such issues. As a teacher, a school trade union representative and a Tory, I realise I am not the typical stereotype, and I could not think of a more fitting debate in which to make my maiden speech. Education is by far the most powerful tool we have to improve social mobility. In my own family, I have seen this firsthand. My mother, who joins me in the gallery today, got into grammar school off the estate in London. My father, having failed his O-levels, took up a work as a caretaker to attend night school, ending up at Durham University with a master's. The hard work, resilience and determination of my parents has allowed them to achieve more than what many, and indeed themselves, would have anticipated had they been confined to the lazy stereotypes placed upon them. Teachers serve the young people they educate outside the bounds of academia, often assuming the role of a mentor, providing intellectual and emotional support. For most, there's that one standout teacher who changed the way we think and made a difference to our lives. The teacher who inspired me is Dr. Simon People. He was the head of history and politics at my school. My honourable friend who can't be here, the member for Tamworth, will know him well because he is now the leader of the Labour group on Tamworth Borough Council. His teaching was so effective that despite him coming to campaign for my predecessor, I was still able to make it onto the green benches today. But in all seriousness, his dedication for his students, extensive subject knowledge and passion for the job stuck with me, and I'd like to thank him for all that he did. Getting education right across Stoke-on-Trent North, Kidsgrove and Tork is crucial. In 2018, the Progress 8 scores showed a majority of children underachieving and only 1% of students getting AAB at A-level, compared to the 12% across the rest of the West Midlands. However, there are signs of improvement beginning to show. Today, over 80% of schools are rated good or outstanding, and 2019 GCSE results showed a 6% increase in the pass rate for English and maths across the city of Stoke-on-Trent. And with this government support for, via the Stoke-on-Trent Opportunity Area, more breakfast clubs, and a 4.7% increase in the per-pupil funding, the city is on the up. I say the city is on the up because for too long the city has been perceived negatively. Football pundits talk about whether players can perform on a cold Tuesday night in Stoke-on-Trent. And last week, Piers Morgan wondered whether the Duchess of Sussex would ever want to face opening a community hall on a wet Wednesday in Stoke. And into that, the town of Kidsgrove, that has been passed around pillar to post between boundary commissions, is now being nicknamed the Forgotten Town. Well, Madam Deputy Speaker, I say that Stoke-on-Trent is a city to be proud of. Kidsgrove will no longer be forgotten, and it's time that we start to talk about talk. Bit of cheese. If honourable and right honourable members of this House are looking for somewhere to spend their next bank holiday weekend, then look no further. After enjoying a cheesy Staffordshire oatcake, make your way to the mother town of Burslem, the birthplace of Lenny from Motorhead, 16-time World Dart champion Phil the Power Taylor, and Robbie Williams. Go for a walk around the award-winning park or pop down to Vale Park and see Port Vale FC play. See local businesses like Cinetic Solutions, Titanic Brewery and Autonet, who together employ thousands of local residents. Burslem was the heartbeat of this city and hosts its ceramic industry from Royal Stafford to Moorcroft. In neighbouring Middleport, you can see Still Light and go on a tour of Middleport pottery. The place that is home to the Great Pottery Throwdown on Channel 4 and was used for filming on the TV series Peaky Blinders. Next, take a visit to another of the original 6 towns in Tunstall, where you will soon be able to visit the newly refurbished town hall, go shopping at the indoor market, and see another ceramics giant in Churchill, China. You can then make your way to Kidsgrove and Talk. Here you walk along the beautiful Trent and Mersey Canal to see the Hare Castle Tunnel. At 1.5 miles long, it was once the longest in the country, responsible for taking the coal to the kilns. See the site of the old sports centre, which, thanks to the efforts of Kidsgrove Sports Centre Community Group and the Conservative-led Newcastle Underline Borough Council, will be refurbished and reopened next summer so it can retain its place as a key community asset. It is said that World War II was won in the skies, as alluded to by the Honourable Member from Eastleigh, thanks to a little plane called the Spitfire. Well, to my friend from Eastleigh, in Talk you can visit the Reginald Mitchell Peace Garden, named after the Spitfire inventor, yards from where he was born. Reginald Mitchell is heavily celebrated across the Potteries, and in 2003 was voted as the greatest Midlander in the BBC's online TV and radio vote. Lastly, Madam Deputy Speaker, you have Chatterley-Whitfield Colliery. It is one of the most complete former colliery sites in Europe and has been designated a scheduled ancient monument. It was the first colliery in the country to achieve an annual output of 1 million tonnes, which was achieved in 1937 and again in 1939. The colliery ceased production and closed its doors on working miners in March 1977. The hard work undertaken by the Friends of Chatterley-Whitfield has seen some buildings brought back to use to sell-out tours on heritage weekends and important documents saved. However, this important piece of heritage is still at risk of being lost. The pot banks would not have fired if it were not for the coal brought from the deep mines of Chatterley-Whitfield, and the potteries would not have existed. I made it a central pledge in my campaign to protect and preserve this site with a long-term plan. The loss of such a site means future generations could be denied an invaluable opportunity to learn about their past, and I will not stand by and let this happen. Talking up an area is very important, but it is crucial to acknowledge the challenges we face. We need more school places, better public transport, and to bring more high-skilled and high-wage jobs to Stoke-on-Trent, Kidsgrove and Talk. We must invest in the city by opening up free schools to offer more parental choice. We must reverse some of the Beechings cuts by opening up the old mineral line and ensure the city of Stoke-on-Trent becomes the core of the tech revolution. Silicon Stoke is an ambition to put this city at the centre of future skills and jobs. We are rated as having some of the best 4G download speeds in the country and are leading the way by rolling out 60 miles of full fibre broadband across the city, thanks to Swedish firm VX Fibre and this government's investment of over £9 million. This could generate a £625 million boost to the Stoke-on-Trent economy, according to council officers, meaning more jobs and higher wages. Stoke-on-Trent, being one of the great cities of the Industrial Revolution, knows what it means to be at the centre of the country's economy, and I wish to see the city reignited at the heart of the coming technological revolution. One of my roles as a Member of Parliament is to represent the people, the place and the history of Stoke-on-Trent North, Kidsgrove and Talk. I will pursue relentlessly the potential and ambition of my constituency, and I will shout at every turn about how amazing the city is and the opportunities it possesses. Make no mistake, we're on the up.